VR vet or a total newbie, let me introduce you to your next headset, Oculus Quest 2.
Cut! Sorry, Kaz. We're gonna have to do that again. One of the crew members was eating a goddamn sandwich. What an absolute idiot.
Oh my God, you can't be serious.
Well, you know what they say, love? A man's gotta eat his sandwich when a man's gotta eat his sandwich.
Mainly made in hard plastic with a fabric face pad. The lenses look small and kind of plastic, but the latter might be just glass. The strap is rubbish and you will want to upgrade this with either the Elite strap or the Deluxe Audio strap or one of the many OME third-party mods. The buttons for the on and off plus volume feel very responsive and tactile. There is zero play in these buttons. The controllers are amazing, and as you know, Oculus, there generally isn't any issues with them at all. The battery cover though was one of the biggest issues in the last gen, but it isn't an issue this time. The magnet's a lot more stronger and the magnet won't release whilst playing in the game like its, well, predecessors did quite often, especially in Beat Saber. The build is very exceptional and impressive, minus the basic strap. Personally, the cream white colour has grown on me, and with many decals to buy online and straps, you can pretty much mod this headset any way you particularly want it. I mean, out of the box, it isn't that bad looking, and personally, I think it looks damn fine, but this is opinionated. This is very easy for the mobile operation of the headset, and little work is needed for the PC link operation as well. When starting the headset, you will be asked to make an account if you don't already have one, and for new VR addicts, they may well mean having to have a Facebook account. If you believe that Zuckerberg has been watching you land some pretty massive toilet turds whilst watching some shizness on the phone, then this may be not for you. Generally, setup is about 15 minutes and drawing out your play space is easy peasy. Setting up the Quest 2 for the PC requires a link cable. This will be a high-end data transfer type C cable with some good length, preferably about 5 meters minimum. You might want even more, depending on how big your play space is. You will need to install Oculus Store on your PC. Connect your Quest to your PC and let it all just happen. Read what it says online and just follow the instructions. It generally is very easy. Of course, there is problems that may occur if your PC just isn't up to the task, or the link cable you bought is a bit poop. So keep an eye on that. Maybe your PC is just a brick. You've been plugging it into a brick all this time. The big issue with the first Quest was how front heavy the headset was, and no matter what you did, part of your face would feel like it was hurting somewhere. I mean, with the Quest 2 it is improved, however there is still a lot of weight at the front. It has been reduced, but it's still there. And, you know, I don't think Oculus listened to us when we said about the weight problem. It's a shame they didn't put the battery at the back. Maybe make straps with batteries in them, and then people can OME and then with batteries themselves, and it would have balanced the weight a lot more. However, it's not the most uncomfortable headset anymore. I mean, the Quest 1 was hands down one of the most uncomfortable headsets, along with the Pimax with its original strap as well. Yeah, so this is an improvement over the first Quest for sure. I find myself itchy using the face pad that it comes with, the fabric one, and replacing that with a leatherette one is a good idea. I have lots of pets, and pets' hair tends to get all over the fabric one, and Facebook seems to do that quite a lot, so I'm constantly replacing Facebook headsets, Oculus headsets, with leatherette face pads just to stop the itchiness. Sadly, this isn't the case for everyone, and yeah, the controllers are beautiful and they nicely fit in my hand. Sadly, this is not the case for everyone, and I recommend for those people to look up some of the mods out in the wild. There is quite a few mods that will make it fit nicely in your hands. Talking about mods, some strap mods may well make the headset more comfortable, or it could actually exacerbate the situation, so be careful on what mods you buy. The Quest 1 was just plain painful to wear. Even with mods, it was slow and well overhyped. Quest 2, on the other hand, is a huge improvement. It's lighter and therefore more comfortable. It's more faster thanks to the boosted hardware. It's so snappy. The screen is more vibrant now. However, some things grind my nuts. One is, again, why not place the battery at the back? Two, how they're God rays? I mean, how's it God rays? The Quest 1 had less God rays, and wouldn't it be smart to make the cleanest headset there is? I mean, didn't you have a cleanest headset? I mean, don't ask me that question. Yes, you bloody did. It was the Rift S. The Rift S was a damn clean looking screen and lenses. Don't get that. Don't get that, Oculus. 3, why no massive upgrade to the audio? Okay, it does sound better than the Quest 1, but it's still no valve index, reverb Gen 2 audio at all. 4, I know they are trying to save money, do, re, mi, or green, but what is with the IPD adjustment? I mean, I'm lucky it works, but what about those ETs, you know, living among us? What about them? I mean, the humanity, the horror. 5, you need a Facebook. You need Facebook? You need Facebook. You need Facebook to use it. Well, if you've already got an Oculus account, probably not for a while anyway, but you need Facebook to use it. Okay, well, that doesn't bother me, but I have friends that wouldn't touch Facebook in fear that Mark Zuckerberg would find out they have been beaten to Rosie O'Donnell I don't know where I was going with that joke, but yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, some people just don't want to be part of your social experiment network. Okay, 6. I need another hand. 6. White, I mean white. White in my house tends to turn brown very quickly. Now, I'm not saying I poop on it. I'm just saying it just tends to turn brown. And the thing is where's the multicolors? Come on, Zach, where's those multicolors? Zach, Zuck, even. Anyway, I'll stop ranting. The headset is quick. The sweet spot is small, but more than enough. The screen is clear to almost the ends of the smallest IPD adjustment and all the way to the ends if you've got a larger IPD adjustment. So if you're shorter like me, like 60 millimeters, then you might see a little bit of blurring to the sides. If you're larger, then it goes away until you get all the way up to 70. Very handy. The field of view is around about 90 to 100 degrees depending on who you are and your face and the IPD adjustment and etc. It's not as good as the Pimax obviously, and it doesn't have the audio that the Index has. But when it comes to audio, don't expect a lot. There are many add-ons and mods plus 3D parts for this. The store is growing super fast and you shouldn't find it too hard to find the perfect game for you. I will say more strategy games are needed in VR generally. The UI or the interface is great and it just works very quickly and it's fantastic, and you can buy from it or you can buy from the phone or the website. Many places you can get your favorite game from. The microphone is decent and it's clean on this headset too, so you know no one's going to be asking what's that horrible noise like you're using a Vive or a HP Reverb or something like that Gen 2. There are two versions of the Quest 2. There's the 64GB and the 256GB versions. The only difference is obviously those. Other than that, you know, it's just the money, isn't it? One costs less than the other. The difference is there's 100 bones between them. And personally, more storage is great, so you know, if you asked for my recommendation, I would say that getting larger storage is great because in the long run you don't have to install games to add more. Sadly, it's not all been fantastic for the Quest 2. Some people have had some bad units, and not just one bad unit, they've had multiple versions of bad units. So if you receive a Quest, make sure 100% that it's fine, because it can be a little bit hit and miss. And that's not so good for those people that generally, you know, have bought a Quest 2. So under the hood is a Snapdragon XR2. This is a lot more powerful than the previous mobile chip in the Quest 1. It also boasts a 6GB of RAM, which is also fantastic. I'd want pretty much more, but you get what you get. Plus you get the 64GB or the 256GB of storage, depending on obviously which headset you have bought. You nearly get a 4K screen. It's so close to 4K, it's ridiculous. And it's also a fast switching LCD screen, so no OLED, but it's a quicker screen. The field of view is about 100, like I said before. 90Hz display now. It originally didn't come out that speed, but now it's been updated, so expect to get the 90Hz display. The IPD adjustment-ish it is in the ranges of 50, 63 and 68 millimeters, and you can play around with that to get the best IPD you can. You have 2 to 3 hours of playtime, and you use a USB Type-C charger, which only takes 2.5 hours to charge it to full. The VR headset weighs around 503 grams, and the controllers weigh in each 130 grams with batteries installed. These require AA batteries, but do not despair. They last a very long while. No one actually knows how long, but we're talking about a month plus probably, and they only require 2 AA batteries, one for each controller. Fantastic. Integrated audio and a microphone. No need for any outside sensors to set up. Setup is generally there and you get everything you need to get started within the box. Well, Oculus has ignored us hardcore VR addicts and done their own thing again. What has this brought to VR, you may ask? Well, clearly their goal was to make a more mainstream, cheaper VR headset that pleases to the masses more. And well, they got it 100%. They have achieved that minus the argument that it will go mainstream because, well, we don't know it's going to go mainstream, but we can hope. I can see Facebook, Oculus, approach to the market, and being a VR addict or an advocate of virtual reality, I can see what they are trying to do. I'm not going to moan about the headset anymore. I mean, it's not much of a Gen 2 tech for sure, but I'm not going to moan about it in that respect. Yes, there's more God rays. They've made a clever return. Hell, I'm not even going to moan the fact that it just been over, what, a year since we had the Quest 1. So, yeah, they've kind of made my Quest 1 a little bit more redundant and made me want to buy a Quest 2. I'm not going to moan about all that stuff. I'm not going to moan. I've already kicked plenty of trees whilst walking past and, you know, defluffed pillows and etc. And Oculus now believes that VR doesn't deserve cables and large price tags. They want to make it available to everyone. It's cheaper than a new PlayStation 5 and can give many people more enjoyment. There are negatives of the Quest 2, but the positives just outweigh these by far. Using the Quest 2 for more than a few months now, and I just can't stress enough how much it is worth every penny. It's a great headset, and I'm thinking this could be my daily driver when it comes to VR. Just because of the ease of use, the lack of cables, and it being more comfortable than, well, its predecessor, the Quest 1. Plus, better looking in and out than the Quest 1. I wouldn't say than the Rift S completely, but you know, it does have better resolution than the Rift S. That ain't no argument. Just has a lot more God rays, sadly. It is an absolutely perfect headset with an absolutely amazing price tag, and you really need to get one because, well, it's cheap enough and there's no excuse. Well, that is my review, so it's definitely positive all around for the Quest 2, and it is absolutely a must buy. But here's waiting for Quest 3, so I'm just going to stay here and wait for Quest 3, which I'm sure is going to be next year at this rate. I can see Facebook no more because it's gone off the teleprompter. An advocate. Why is it so small? Now I've gone so far up, I don't even see naked women on it anymore. It's just to cheer me up. Yeah, the teleprompter's just got naked women. I'm making it up as I go along. I ain't got a clue. I don't even have an Oculus Quest.